Metroman. The ability to lead and make a difference in the society has made E. Sridharan one of the most successful CEOs that India has seen in the recent past. Varghese Kurian, known as the father of the White Revolution, made a tremendous mark on the cooperative movement in the country. He is credited with establishing Amul and the National Dairy Development Board, that is, NDDB. Kurian was able to bring dairy farmers into the fold, changing the dairy supply chain of the country. His ability to organize the cooperative movement, first in Gujarat through Amul and then later to replicate the experiment across the country through NDDB, points to a leader who could articulate a vision and execute it to make a large-scale institution. CEOs play the most critical role in organizational success. The making of a CEO is definitely not an easy journey. Data shows that in the past 2 decades, 30% of Fortune 500 CEOs have lasted less than 3 years. Top executive failure rates have been high as 75% and not less than 30%. And the average tenure has been reducing over a period, that is, 9.5 to 7.6 years. According to the Harvard Business Review, 2 out of 5 new CEOs fail in their first 18 months on the job. This book attempts to understand how individuals evolve as great CEOs. The book synthesizes an understanding of how individuals develop skills and experiences for the role. The context of operations also illustrates how the role of a CEO is defined. The book covers the nuances of leading established organizations, family-owned enterprises, educational institutions, government and public sector enterprises, not-for-profit organizations, and startup firms. With the growth of the startup culture, we have witnessed professionals taking up the role of a founder CEO very early in their career, busting the usual image of CEOs who are in their late 40s or early 50s with a track record of broad exposure within one or multiple organizations. The book explores the journey of startup CEOs and some of the key expectations from the individuals in the role. A major part of the corporate world and the economy is controlled by family-owned businesses, CEOs who are part of the family, and professional CEOs who have been recruited from outside face different kinds of challenges. It is interesting to see how they rise to meet the expectations of different stakeholders. Our educational institutions play a key role in building society. Leading these institutions is a complex role with the administrative and academic aspects associated with it. The vice-chancellors or principals of institutions play a role similar to that of a CEO of a business enterprise, but with a wider set of stakeholders to manage. Similarly, non-governmental organizations, that is, NGOs, try to create social change and are driven by their core purpose. Their CEOs have to balance the purpose and the business side of running such an organization. They also lead a unique set of employees who may not fit into the norms of a corporate entity. Finally, the book gives the reader an understanding of how professionals grow to take up the role of a CEO and how CEOs can improve their effectiveness by improving their skills. The premise of a lot of leadership theories and their effectiveness gets measured in terms of its applicability to a CEO. In an organizational context, the CEO becomes the ultimate leader and he or she can influence the organizational performance and employee outcome. For example, the leadership style of a CEO could influence the company's performance and also the employee's emotional relationship with the organization. Authority and power exercised by the CEO can also have substantial influence on the strategic direction of the company. Their role influences almost all of the critical functions of an organization. The job description below will give you an understanding of a CEO's role and will help you explore the key responsibilities that the incumbent handles. A brief overview of the role. A CEO is the highest-ranking executive in a company. The position is expected to drive the company's strategy and direction, be the liaison between company operations and the board of directors, manage the overall operations of the company, manage resources of the company, and ensure long-term success. Key responsibilities of the role.